Guys, I have some news about the Dead by Daylight cheating epidemic and what behavior you're doing to tackle this cheating problem in the game. And before I get into the news, I want you to understand first that this is not official news from behavior themselves. It comes from a leaking source called DBDLeaks, who are extremely reputable in the DVD scene. I've only ever seen them get something wrong once. Almost always they are accurate about what they leak. And in case you've already seen Scott Junn's video on this news, let me first tell you that I actually want to respond to Scott and his take because I don't agree with what he has to say. But first, the news. New feature has been added to the game. Said feature makes only selected people not be matched with players with high reports of cheating / exploits, etc. Currently, all Fog Whisperers are included on the list. Before we get too deep into this, let me first say that the idea of this is actually quite smart from behavior. The reason being is because all of the cheating services that are popular in Dead by Daylight target large streamers and harass them whilst they are streaming, jumping into their lobbies, forcing themselves into their lobbies so that they can promote their cheats on their streams. And so what behavior are doing by creating this system prevents streamers from being harassed and abused by cheating services so that they can't be freely advertised on their streams. The problem with this system, the major flaw with this system, is that I went to the DBDLeaks Discord to ask for direct confirmation whether or not this includes top creators or only Fog Whisperers. And Massus, who runs the DBDLeaks community, confirmed that currently this feature is only available for Fog Whisperers. There's no one else on the list. And also as a bonus gotcha, the IP leaking issues on Steam have not been fixed. So if you play on Steam, you still are at risk of having your IP address leaked by someone who wants to DDoS you. That's another issue entirely. So basically what behavior have done is they've taken only the Fog Whisperers, the partners of Dead by Daylight, and given them protection against these cheaters. And this is where I want to specifically say something to Scott. So before I do, let's watch Scott's video together and see what he had to say on the issue.
They are, according to behavior, more important in their eyes because they get them more players, therefore more revenue, more cosmetics bought, things like that. So even if this doesn't get spread to everyone else, I still think as someone that's not a Fog Whisperer, has no affiliation with behavior whatsoever, I get no benefit from this. I still think it's better than nothing.
See, this is where I disagree with you, Scott, because the whole point of this system, if it's going to work and actually do something to tackle cheaters, is that you have to drown the cheaters out. You have to make it so it is impossible for them to get into a lobby with large creators. And maybe not impossible, but significantly harder. Because there's not many big Fog Whisperers in the DVD scene. And this is not meant to be like shade thrown at any creators because everyone's on a different journey. But I just want to make it really clear to the people watching this video that there are only a few Fog Whisperers that are super influential in the DVD scene. So let's go on to a website called Twitch Metrics, which shows the most watched Dead by Daylight Twitch streamers in October of 2022. This list here is international and it's ranked by the total viewership hours in the last 30 days. And what I want to do is I want to try and find the Fog Whisperers in the top 100 of streamers, because it may surprise you to see how little Fog Whisperers there are in the top 100 of Twitch streamers. Now, there is one big name there, in shining red. Ottstarver is the most influential DBD creator, period. He holds the most viewer hours on Twitch. He holds the most views on YouTube as well. So you could make the argument that protecting Ottstarver alone is worth this system because he has the most influence over the DVD scene. But we'll continue going down the list, and you can see Otofu there in number 9, Spooky Loops in number 10. Another two giant creators on both Twitch and YouTube, definitely worth protecting. There is actually a fourth Fog Whisperer on this list that you might not be familiar with. The Killer from Germany is also a Fog Whisperer. So in this top 10, there are 4 Fog Whisperers. So actually about half. That's really good by behavior. They've got 4 out of top 10 Fog Whisperers. So protecting those guys and making sure they can't have cheaters on their stream is massively beneficial to them. But if we continue to go down from Spain, it's Freeduke. I can never say his name correctly, but he is also a Fog Whisperer. And there's only one more in the top 50 of international streamers, and that is Solza Sol here from Portugal at number 47. So if we go to the next 50 of streamers, we'll find a couple more here, but that's 6 represented out of 50. The next one here is, I guess, Meg Tomatho from Korea. There's also this good looking dude here. If you'd like to watch me on Twitch, I'm live Monday through to Friday at around 9 a.m. Eastern, but I'm not a Fog Whisperer, so let's quickly go past. After Meg Tomatho, there is Saul Palin from France. So that's 8 Fog Whisperers found so far. Toki is next at number 81. Then there's also DMD from Korea, who's also a Fog Whisperer. And then number 11 out of 100 is Carla. And if we go all the way down to the bottom, there are no more Fog Whisperers. Hybrid Panda is no longer a Fog Whisperer due to inactivity. So out of the top 100 streamers on Twitch, only 11 of them are Fog Whisperers. And again, I'm really not trying to do a comparison here because that's so cringe. I'm not trying to compare creators, but Carla being in the top 100 with 28,000 viewer hours compared to Starver at number 1 with 675,000 viewer hours just goes to show the disparity of top creators in the top 100 alone. Okay, so again, not trying to do a comparison game, just trying to show you why behavior only protecting Fog Whisperers is really not doing enough to protecting creators in general. If behavior want to expand this list to other creators in the future, then it makes perfect sense. Give it to the top 500 creators on Twitch and YouTube, and you'll see a significant decrease in how many people can have cheats advertised on their Twitch platform, on their YouTube platform. It's going to 100% suffocate cheating platforms from getting their name out there for free. Potentially, you can reduce the amount of people that see these cheats. This entire system is flawed, and I assume product managers at Behavior were not intending in making this a system that people knew about. That's why we found out about it via DBDLeaks and not from Behavior themselves, because it just shows a favoritism and a massive flaw in the idea of how to tackle the cheating epidemic, in my opinion. And so potentially you can make the argument that Behavior using their Fog Whisperers as guinea pigs, because this is an automated system. Potentially it's a re-envisioned system from the auto ban feature Behavior teased a while back. So maybe they're guinea pigging, they're testing it, and they're going to roll it out to lots of people. But to specifically address Scott's point that even if this stays Fog Whisperers only, it's not hurting the rest of creators, that is just such bullshit. Because unfortunately, what's going to happen is they're just going to start targeting Skirms and True Talent more. I'm Probs, JRM, Hexy, Angry Pug, Hens, Spooks, Umbra, Zubat, John Wolf, Class, Lilith Omen, Dead Plays, Aaron, Scott, even yourself in the top 36. They're going to continue going after more recognizable creators that aren't protected by this system and instead just advertising their cheats on your platforms instead. So that means that you're going to potentially get harassed more, which is the main issue I have with this system. So just to wrap things up and put a little neat bow on it, I actually think that the system has promise, has potential if Behavior actually go out and ahead and roll it out to way more creators so that you can prevent cheating from appearing in content creation, which gets it out of the eyes of viewers and potentially advertise the cheating platforms less. But as it currently stands, it's doing nothing, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment below. Like this video if you found it interesting or at least helpful. And please check out this video here where I play versus Rapid Main, Spooks and Jukes, and Matthew Santoro. And I think pulled the greatest kill play of my life.